What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And guys, this is it. We hit the 10 cents price point that I predicted basically back in the days, and we hit it to the tick. So, in this video I will show you why this asset reached this point, what should we expect next from the fundamental standpoint, and what should we do if you stuck with this asset at this very range. So, let's start with the price action. I made my previous video right here at this point when the price was slightly below $12 mark, and my main assumption was still that we have to see the lower price targets, we have to hit at least 10 cents price point from which we might have a bounce. And why I've told you about the bounce? I've told you this because of its price action, and based on the technical analysis we have to unload the RSI that is forming a bullish divergence on multiple time frames, on 2 hours time frame, 3 hours time frame, 4 hours time frame. Especially on 4 hours time frame we can see a proper bullish divergence, and bullish divergence is the sign when we can find higher highs, higher lows on RSI with the lower lows on the price action. And definitely we are approaching to the round number, and in my technical analysis I will show you what should we expect next and how possible this bounce is. But for now let's continue with the fundamental news. I have to say that we still don't have any bullish news directly related to this stock. We have several news that describes how bearish this stock is, and I have to say that all of them was published on Investor Place, and it is quite weird, don't you think so? But we don't have any comments from the David Mishry's official Twitter account. Basically it is the only source how he can tell something to his shareholders despite the official statements in 8K form. But he didn't publish any tweets from March the 20th. And we are approaching to several crucial points, to several deadlines that he announced previously. It is the beginning of the deliveries of their vans, and it is the results of their pilot program. And I have to say that most likely we will not see any deliveries, and we will not see any results from these pilot programs, because right now this asset is in free fall because of its fundamentals. And let me show you that they didn't even buy any parts in order to just pretend that they want to produce some vehicles. We are on importgenius.com, and they still have 3 imports, 3 shipments from abroad. And these shipments was made, the latest one was made in October 2022, and they delivered a 6-meter electric logistics van. This means they cannot produce any vehicles. They can just buy these vehicles from other manufacturers and tries to resell. And guys, ask yourself honestly, if you want to invest in the company that pretend to be the auto manufacturer, but the best case scenario that they can only buy another vehicles from other companies and resell it to ending customers. It is not the case of the successful company. On top of that, we don't have any news in their newsroom, and basically they have some kind of issue with their website, as you can see right here. And if we try to find any information in their financials, it is an error again. So it is quite suspicious. But let me show you the sentiment from the MULN community, and we are on Reddit thread directly related to MULN, and let me show you just the recent posts. Right here you can see the picture that was made somewhere in the MULN location, and as you can see right here you can write F. David Mishry, MULN is a scam. So it is very indicative when people try to remove their anger on this stock and on the C executive. On top of that, we don't have any bullish, almost none of bullish news and even none of bullish thoughts from the retail community. And some of these authors still buying this stock, but in my opinion it is nothing more than just gambling, and the probability of this game is not in your favor. But the majority of people are really upset and are destroyed by the C executives of this company. So let me show you, for example, this one that people started to do their own due diligence, and here are some of investigations that this person, club member 04, did on Mullen, and it says that Mullen cannot sell any vehicles because it is the reseller, and the 6,000 vehicles purchase agreement of class 1 vans is on the Randy Marion site, and they cannot basically pretend that Mullen can sell these vehicles. But if you want to know more about its fraudulent activity, I highly recommend you to read this short seller report that was published on April the 6th, basically 1 year ago. And right here in these bullet points, you can find a lot of information how fraudulent this company is. And right now, it is extremely important to reread this article, because here you can find the majority of answers on your questions that this is the fraudulent company. And why it is so important for retail community. Let me show you that if we take a look on the fintel.io website, you can see that the institutionals owns only 5.31% of Mullen stock, and with the latest dilution this number is even lower. And this means a lot of people were hit by this price action. And let me show you that on StockTweets community website you can find in most active section Mullen on the 3rd place. This means it is still retail community driven, and this means it is an emotional driven. That is why, let me show you my previous video and the comments section in this video. A lot of people are in red, and deeply in red. 64% at 33 cents, 54,000 shares at $0.335, and this person is down in 12k, and basically it is extremely heartbreaking to read these comments, but it is what it is, and nobody can help these people to get their money back. Even this person who was 4% in red and who thought that this asset will go to the moon. Let me show you that the price is right here at roughly $12 mark, and he's 4% below its buying price. And let me show you that I added this tool. And if he was in red in $11.9 mark, then his average price was roughly 12.39 cents price point. But right now he is in red for more than 20%. Definitely no one can handle this, because it is extremely heartbreaking. So, and what should we expect next from the technical standpoint? Before we dive deep into the technical analysis, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, I still stand on my position that this asset should have a bounce somewhere in the ranges of 10 cents price point. But when we hit this price point, it doesn't mean that something is guaranteed in trading. And this means we have only a probability that this asset might have this bounce. And why I think about this bounce? Let me show you that from its recent swing high, from this point, this asset doesn't have major retracements, and this asset has basically a was in the free fall, and it lost more than 76% in a matter of just a couple of months. Definitely this price action should be unloaded, but only in case if we will see some good news fundamentally that is really good for this company in the short-term perspective. This is how we can try to catch this trade, but if your risk tolerance is not sufficient, please stay aside and do not enter any of your position with this stock. It is extremely risky, but still this asset might have this bounce, and in the worst case scenario it will not be the biggest one, but it should break some previous swing highs, and let's assume that in most bearish case it will hit about 30% of potential profit, but in best case scenario it might hit 66% of potential profit, and even 114% of potential profit depending on the news. So definitely this company for the long term doesn't worth your attention, but as the short-term speculative trade it might be quite lucrative. So, I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on